Hi there BookTube, it's Eleanor here and this is my July TBR. So if you've been watching this channel, you know that in June I decided to not have a TBR and not to do many buddy reads, and to see how that suited me. It nearly halved the amount of books that I read. It didn't work for me. I'm much better with more structure and lots of TBRs. I think also having the buddy reads really forces me to pick up the book, and once I'm started on a book, generally if it's good, I'm hooked and that's it, I'm off. But sometimes I can procrastinate about actually picking the book up. But when there's someone else involved, I'm very much the same when it comes to going to gym classes. If I'm committed, I'm going with someone, I generally will go and do it. And so this month is a lot bigger in the TBR front. The first book that I'm planning on picking up is continuing on my Jane Austen one a month, and that is Persuasion. I have Persuasion, Sense and Sensibility and Love and Friendship left to read of Austen, and Persuasion was the one I fancied reading this month. I'm hopefully reading this along with a couple of people in the little Jane Austen group on Voxer that we've had, so hopefully a couple of other people will be participating in this with me. The next book I'm hoping to pick up is The Sparrow by Mary Doyle Russell. I'm reading this with Caitlin from Kitty G and Jackie Kate, and I'm really looking forward to this. It was the winner of the 1998 Arthur C. Clarke Award. I hear good things, well, mixed things, but I'm really excited. I believe it's science fiction with religion, and yeah, I'm really keen to give it a go and see what I think. The next book I'm reading is with the lovely Olive from A Book Olive, and we are reading The Janalasse Riding Camp for Girls by Anton Disclafani, and this is set in the 1930s. It's about a girl who is 15. There's some issues at home, something happens, she's sent off to a boarding school, which is, I'm assuming, the riding camp for girls, and it's full of debutantes and there's bound to be some drama. It's blurbed sort of as part romance, part family drama, and I'm really excited to get to this, and we both had it on our shelves, so we thought we'd read it together, so I'm excited to read with Olive again. The next three books I'm reading with Caitlin from Kitty G. We love a good buddy read together, and we had quite a few books on our shelves that we both wanted to get to. The first is Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Nouvelle. I really think the front cover of this is beautiful. All I know about this is it's about a girl when she's younger. She is riding her bike and falls down a hole, I believe, and she turns out she's sort of lying on a hand of a robot, and it follows her grown up as she's become a scientist. I've heard mixed things about this, but I really hope it's good because I love the beautiful front cover, and I only keep 5-star books on my shelf, so fingers crossed. Next, myself and Caitlin are going to be reading Emperor of the Eight Islands by Leanne Hearn. This is an ARC copy, but I got it from a charity shop, and we both wanted to read this one. It's a fantasy. I really enjoyed Leanne Hearn's Across the Nightingale Floor, which is the first book in a series, which was really, really beautiful. So I'm really excited to see what I think of this one. And the next book that myself and Caitlin are reading together is The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chimer. This is the book one in the Seven Realms trilogy. It will be the first time I've ever read Cinda Williams Chimer. I'm really excited about this. There's plenty of books by this author that I can read if I enjoy this, and it's looks like a really good fantasy. The next book I'm reading with the lovely Mercedes at Mercy's Bookish Musings, and we're reading Beauty is a Wound by Eka Kurniawan. This is a book I picked up in a charity shop, and it looks really interesting, and Mercedes had it on her shelf as well. It's sort of magical realism. It's set in Indonesia about a prostitute who's been dead for a number of years but raises from the dead or comes back as a ghost. It sounds weird and wonderful, and right up both mine and Mercedes' street, so I can't wait to see what we think of this one. And then a lovely group of lovely ladies that I chat to on Voxer. We are all going to be reading some more Gail Carriger together. I believe we're going to be reading the Etiquette and Espionage series. So Etiquette and Espionage, Curtsies and Conspiracies, Waistcoats and Weaponry, and I think there may be at least one more out. I also want to read Prudence by Gail Carriger, which is a start of a separate spin-off this month. So we will be reading these throughout the month as well. And then the final thing I need to do is to pick my booktuber recommends for this month. So let's see what it is. This month, the one that I picked out is When I Forgot by Alina Hervonen. This was recommended to me from Kirsty at Kirsty on Books. It's a very short book. It's only 180 pages, which is perfect considering how many books I've got on the go at the moment. And so I'm really excited to read this. Kirsty reads very different books to me often, and very thoughtful and thought-provoking books. And I'm excited. This cover is interesting. The back says, Anna sits alone in a cafe watching passers-by and dipping in and out of her novel. Anything to put off the moment when she must visit her brother in hospital. Anything to avoid thinking about why he is there. As she ignores the phone calls from her parents and her boyfriend and orders herself another cup of coffee, Anna gradually begins to remember the things she has tried so hard to forget. A childhood splintered by violence and anger, a brother driven to desperation, and a family hanging together by the slenderest of threads. But alongside the painful memories, there are surprising flashes of happiness and hope, and a reminder that under it all there is love. So I'm really excited to try this one out, so I will let you know how I get on. I'm also participating in the biannual Bibliothon between the 3rd and the 9th of July, and if you have watched my TBR for that, you'll know that I have a massive long list of books on that too. So it's going to be a real busy one, but I'm really excited. I think this is going to pump me to get back into reading more. So let me know if you've read any of these, which ones you've enjoyed, and let's chat in the comments. Bye for now, BookTube.